Good evening, friends and fiends, and welcome back. Tonight, we are going to be playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the Sony Playstation. This was actually a request. I streamed Slime Rancher on Friday, and Trial Fan, who is one of my regulars, who I have not seen in the chat yet, hopefully she'll be in soon, requested that we play Castlevania Symphony of the Night tonight. So that's what we're going to be doing. Hello to Lydia. Lydia is still on that 6-7 brain rot. How are you doing, Lydia? How is everything going with you? Hope you've been having a wonderful weekend. Oh, Trial Fan is here. Hello, Trial Fan. How are you? Is the audio? Are you guys able to hear me over the background music here? We are currently listening to the original Castlevania NES soundtrack. It is one of my favorite soundtracks. Like for what they could do with the original Nintendo carts, it was just really, really great. They did some great stuff with it. Hello to AV64 Dancer. Dancer says, hi, Wooble. You know, Wooble is probably my alter ego. I like that. Wooble and Wobble. Let's see. So I don't really have anything to show off for this stream. It is very hard to find good Castlevania merchandise. They don't have a whole lot of merch out there. The few things that they do have tend to be like the large collector's edition statues. And those run, you know, hundreds of dollars. But you don't really see a lot of like Castlevania t-shirts or you know, little small figurines, things like that. It's just not something that they put out a lot. Even with the Netflix series that came out. If you have not watched the Castlevania Netflix series, you really should. It's got some fantastic animation. It actually ties in with this game quite a bit. It ties in pretty well with the lore. I'm really pleased with it. I really like the way they did it. The first season only has, I think maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and then from there it gets a little bit bigger. Lydia says, I am working on a Lego set, and I got a crochet kit. Well, that sounds pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and hop into our game. I'm going to turn off the NES background music, and we will get started tonight. Let's see. There we go. Trial Fan says, adjust your light. How do I need to adjust it? Yeah, see the camera settings, my camera settings reset, and that's a little annoying. So too bright on my face. Okay, I can fix that. How is that? That's a little bit dimmer. Let me know if that's better or not. I'm going to start a new file. I'm going to turn down my game volume because it's a little loud in my ears, but I don't think it'll affect you guys too much. This is our little prologue fight. Hi, Pixel. He says, Wooble, I'm trying not to be blinded by the shine on your forehead. You know what, kid? I don't need all of your sass tonight. For somebody who can't come up with anything more original than 6-7 to say, you ain't got any room. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, we gotta go kill Dracula. I don't know if you guys can hear the purrs, but she is purring up a storm right now. Hello to Peel Meat. Welcome in. Haven't seen you in my chat before. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Peel Meat says, good evening. Great choice of the game. We can actually thank Trial Fan, who is in my chat, for that one.
You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you!
Oh, dang it, I missed it. I screwed up the timing on that one. Usually you can get the cross off and then you can grab the holy water back again. I can't see the fireballs because of your furry head. This is a totally different. Oh, hi. You are totally getting in my way, cat. This is like my worst run against Prologue Dracula ever because of you. Don't get the pop filter, please. This is a terrible fight. You stole my pop filter. I can't believe you did that. Hi, Stone Homie. Hello to Svartson. Welcome in. And Brittany. Hello, hello. Oh, God. I'm just doing terrible. Don't mess up my pop filter, please. Hey, oh God. Well, I guess I'm playing without a pop filter tonight, so apologies for the audio if it gets kind of loud, because she just totally ran off. God, I haven't had this happen in ages. You actually cannot lose this fight, because if you lose all your health, Maria gives you the power of animals and you become immortal.
No, it cannot be!
I hope you're having fun. She's just toting around my pop filter and flinging it around the office. Lydia says, I can think of a lot of things to say, but 99.99% of them will make you ban me from your chat. I should ban you like a day for every time you say that 6-7 junk. It was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter, who succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, lord of the vampires who had been brought back from the grave by the dark priest Shaft. However, one night, 4 years later, under the glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea of where to begin her search, Maria Renard set out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the Castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized from out of the mist as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard, the very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont to battle his immortal father, Count Vlad Tepes Dracula. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had submerged his vampiric powers and entered into what was supposed to be an eternal slumber. But now he is awake and aware of the evil once again at work in his homeland. The time has once again come for the forces of good and evil to engage in their ancient battle. Dracula's castle beckons for you, and no man can say who shall emerge victorious. Count Wobula. Stone Homie, how are you doing? Brittany says, why has everyone got numbers and dashes after their names now? Because YouTube is dumb. YouTube YouTube is weird and did a whole bunch of dumb stuff and got rid of everyone's display names and just has like these weird usernames now. Lydia says, YouTube says I don't deserve a crown. YouTube took your crown away because of all the 6-7 brain rot. I love this little sequence where he just jumps into the castle. It is amazing. So I probably have terrible stats because I did so bad in that fight. The crowns are for people who are regulars in chat. It's something that YouTube automatically applies. I don't have any control over it. But if you show up in chat regularly and you chat often, you can get a crown. There doesn't seem to really be any rhyme or reason to how it actually works, because sometimes someone will take number one even though they haven't chatted very much at all. So we do not question the ways of the great god Google, for they are mysterious and make no sense to mortal men. Hi, Retro D, how are you doing?
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret
Hey,
those
D,
words.
welcome in.
We will meet again.
And death steals all of our equipment. D, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend. Did you stream today? Peel Meat says, my name changed from The Dave to Peel Meat. Peel Meat is my PlayStation tag. Kind of weird. Yeah, that is kind of odd. I don't know. YouTube did a whole bunch of weird stuff. They've been changing all kinds of weird stuff on their algorithm. They actually have a new feature that I need to look at and play around with, where it'll automatically do your stream in a horizontal format and a vertical format for you, which is pretty helpful, you know, because a lot of people watch on TVs or computers, and then other people watch on their phones. And so being able to stream automatically to both of those platforms. D says, I already tried the dual stream from YouTube. How did that go? I know you've done it manually a couple times through your broadcasting software, so I'd like to know how it compares to doing that, if it was pretty seamless. Gosh! It's been a while since I played this game. Where'd my shield go? I didn't get the shield from that? Maybe I don't get the shield there. Maybe it's somewhere else. Oh, it's the Curus. That's okay. He says, I don't like how YouTube chops my full screen stream and makes that as my short live stream. Yeah, I wondered if you would have, like, control over what gets put where. I figured you probably wouldn't. health up. He says, for now, no, I don't think we have control over the dual stream. They need to update that on YouTube. Hopefully they will, you know, if they get some feedback from streamers and stuff. Which they're not going to listen to little guys like us, but they'll listen to the bigwigs. Maybe we'll see some of that getting fixed. Pixel, what are you doing? You already stole my pop filter. Don't go messing with my my controller cord. Got the cloth cape. Gives us a little bit more defense. Hey, not sure. How's it going? How's your weekend going? Alright, let's take on Slogra and Gaibon, the first boss of the game. I really love this boss fight. It was honestly a great choice to go with a dual boss fight in the beginning of the game. Jeez. These guys are actually quite a bit harder when you don't have the stat boost from doing great in the prologue. So if you're not familiar, whenever you fight Dracula in the prologue, your stats that Alucard has are actually based on how well you do in that fight. Okay, we got one of them. There we go. Domi says, Tremendo Huegazo. I speak a very tiny bit of Spanish, but I don't speak it well enough to communicate, so unfortunately, if you'd like to be understood in this chat, you're gonna have to speak English. Hopefully you know some English. Spidey says, Symphony of the Night, such a great game. How are you playing it, Wobble? So we are playing it on emulator. This is not a randomized run. This is just a standard playthrough. Spidey says, Spidey was in my chat the other day and was talking about Westerns. And Trowfan says, did you decide on Westerns? And he says, Rango, A Fistful of Dollars, and Blazing Saddles. being looked at right now. Domi says, I do not speak English. Well, I'm sorry for that, dude. Feel free to do the best you can, and we will stumble through it together. Fartson says, I beat every Castlevania game. This is a perfect game. It really is. It is one of my absolute favorites. I wish we would get a new entry in the side-scrolling Castlevanias, but I just don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I kind of figured that we would see a little bit of a revival of the series after the Netflix series did so well, but it just didn't happen. Peel Meat says, I still have the original version of this for the PlayStation in the original case. That is fantastic. Spidey says this is one of the Metroidvania genre namers after all. It set the standard. It really did. It's interesting, though, that so many games in the Metroidvania genre ended up going a little bit more towards Metroid than towards Castlevania. Although that has that's caught up. I noticed that we've got some new entries lately that fit that Castlevania Symphony of the Night vibe a little bit more. Spidey says, the music playing right here is Castlevania Symphony of the Night for me. When I think of that game, this is the music I hear.
Wait a moment. You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
Picking up chicks in random places in the castle.
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again, if you live that long. Farewell.
We're gonna rush to the outer wall so that we can get to the library and hopefully get some better gear. I don't really have a specific goal for this stream. I don't know if we'll beat the game. We might. Depends on how much progress we make. I'm not aiming to get like 100% or anything like that. Well, technically map completion in this game is 200.6%, I think. I just wasted a whole bunch of hearts there. I really love the soundtrack to this game. It is one of my favorites. Spidey said, hey Wobblerocket, when I played Zelda 2 earlier today, I made it my goal to complete the first 2 palaces. How was the rest of your stream? I had to dip out before you were done with Dr. Mario. If you guys are just tuning into the stream, do me a big favor and remember to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps, and the likes are particularly important because YouTube uses the number of likes that a stream gets in its algorithm to show to other people. So you help bring in new viewers every time that you hit that like button. We stream a variety of games here on the Wobblerocket channel. Lately, we've been playing a lot of Slime Rancher, and I'm in the process of developing a mod pack for my personal use for a Minecraft Forever world, and I'm hoping to get that off the ground next week. I've been spending a lot of time in config files for Minecraft, getting that set up the way I want it. Spidey said, stream went decent. I played Jack Nicklaus, but didn't get past the 10th hole, so I didn't get to utilize the password save feature. I have, I don't think I've ever played that one. I'm not really a big fan of sports games when it comes to, like, video games. Oh, I missed that. Just barely. There we go. Spidey says, I was trash at it anyway. So here's a little secret in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Normally, the room below this you can only get into if you have the mist transformation. But if you break open this wall and then you hold down on the keypad for a while, there is a hidden elevator that brings you in here and allows you to get the Jewel Knuckles, which is a big increase in your attack power. And the... Oh, no, hold on. Let me figure out how my controls work. As well as the Mirror Cuirass, which allows you to resist the stoning effects of the Medusa heads. Spidey says, okay, how in the hell did anyone ever discover that elevator? I can't claim credit for it because I'm pretty sure I learned it on an old Game FAQs guide, so I can't say anything. Killmeat says, hey Wobble, what do you think of the old school Baldur's Gate? I played it way back in the day, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I've always been a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and any game that kind of plays like that I really enjoy. I think I played Baldur's Gate 2 more often than I played the first one. But overall, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I have not played Baldur's Gate 3, and I really should at some point. Lydia said, me and my dad watched Predators 2. What did you think about that? All right, we got to take out the doppelganger. Spidey says, I've played hundreds of hours in this game and never discovered that. The jeweled knuckles actually make this fight really easy because you only have to hit him like 5 times. What did you think about Lost World, Spidey? I know you were watching that on stream the other day. Hi, what are you doing? Pixel is back on my desk. Yeah, there's no pop filter on it now. You don't got anything you can steal. Now what are you gonna do? Alright, we're gonna head into the, actually no, we're gonna go up because we can get the wolf transformation first. Gotta open the elevator first. We can also get the teleport that takes us back to the... Oh, geez, these guys hurt. Hey. Get down. You can't be up that high. You're gonna knock my monitor over. All right, let's save the game real quick and catch up on chat. Let's see. Not Sure says, the first Predator movie features an awesome song called Long Tall Sally by Little Richard. Now we have the Soul of Wolf. Which lets us turn into a doggo. Grab the quick teleport back to the entrance. How far did you take my pop filter? I'm gonna have to go hunting all over the house to find that. And we got a heart max up. Okay, we're actually going to go back to the outer wall so we can get back to the library, though. I was trying to think if I've seen any good movies lately. I haven't actually watched a whole lot of movies. I'm thinking about maybe playing back through the original, the first couple movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Things like early Iron Man and Thor. I got barreled like King Kong. Not Sure says you punched that guy in half. Yeah, I guess so. Lydia says, y'all remember when Wobble forgot he had the bat transform in the randomized version of the game? You know what? We're not going to talk about me forgetting that I have abilities in video games. That would never happen. Absolutely not. Just like I would never forget how to dodge the enemies in games like this. Got the fairy scroll, which gives us the names of enemies. Spidey says I'm going to go grab a shower, but I'm going to leave your stream up so you get the watch time while we're back in a bit. Thank you for the lurk. Lurkers are always appreciated.
It's been a long time, old one.
Oh, it's you, Master Alucard. What do you need?
We have our Skelly Guys coffee cup today.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
I'm
Sell
interested
some
in
gems.
this.
Thank you.
Actually, we only have one. Let's buy some
interested in
items.
this.
We're going to get the julep open.
Thank you.
And let's see what else we can afford. Not a whole lot, because we only have 1,000 gold. Library card's always good. Could get the leather hat, which gives us a couple more points of defense. I think that's what we're going to go for.
Thank you.
It's going to blow all of our
Farewell
cash.
for now.
But now we can open up the chapel. Okay, hold on here. You are getting a little bit too rambunctious, little miss. You don't need to knock over my monitor. That would be really bad. I would have to probably ship you off to Abu Dhabi if that happened, okay? Okay, we can't do that. Go find somewhere to be. Trial Fan said, I enjoyed the Minecraft coffee video. Thank you. I've been meaning to get that done for a while, and let me tell you, that was an adventure getting that video done today. I recorded it 3 times and messed up my audio each time. Actually, the first 2 times I messed up the audio. I stumbled over my words and I didn't like the quality of it. The 3rd time I recorded it, but Minecraft started playing music in the middle of it, and I had the music volume too high, and it completely drowned out the second half of the video. So the 4th time, I'm going through the video and I'm doing really great at it, and then Pixel hops up onto my chest and completely derails my entire little spiel. So I put her up and I decided I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna record the video again. And I get all the way through the video and I upload it into my video editing software, and for some reason the audio didn't record. I think I had it on the wrong channel. So at that point I was just done, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. So I went to Sonic and I got some lunch, and I came back and I nailed it on the 6th try. So it was an adventure to get that, like, what, 4-minute video done. I don't know how long it actually ended up being. It wasn't a very long video, but it was a fun little mod showcase to show off. I've been meaning to show that one off for a while because it's got some neat stuff in it. So if you have not seen that video, It is on my page. You can check it out. It is a showcase for a mod that adds a working coffee machine to Minecraft. Trial Fan says we appreciate the perseverance, Wobble. I'm going to try to do some more of those videos like that. You know, for a long time, the only content that I've been putting out is my live streams. But I want to start doing some more static uploads like that. So look for some more videos on Minecraft and other games where I'll either be showing off mods that I enjoy or maybe just doing like little tips and tricks for some of the games. Because, you know, it might be a good idea to do one on that hidden elevator. Since Spidey didn't know about it, that probably means some other people don't know about it too. Alright, so we need to go back up this way. So that we can get to the Royal Chapel. Speaking of movies, it is about time for us to schedule our next movie night for the Wobblerocket Discord. I'm going to drop a link to that in chat right now. Hopefully our bot is working. There it is. And so every month we do a movie night in the Wobblerocket Discord. And we usually watch films from the 1980s and 90s, and sometimes earlier. Some of the films that we've watched have included things like Ernest Saves Christmas, the original Godzilla film. We watched a whole bunch of classic horror movies during October for Halloween. So if you have any recommendations for great films from the 80s and 90s and earlier that we should watch, drop them in chat, and we'll see about fitting those into our rotation for our next Discord movie night. I got Minecraft on the brain. I keep saying Minecraft for things. Spidey says I'm watching the original Godzilla at the end of the month on my channel. Have you ever seen it before?
So we meet again.
Oh, it's a great
Alucard.
film, dude.
It seems so.
As friendly as ever, I see. It's strange. This castle is different than I remember it.
This castle is a creature of chaos. It may take many incarnations.
So I can't trust my memories, huh? Oh well, I'll do my best. Good luck.
So when Maria references that she's been in the castle before, Castlevania Symphony of the Night is actually a sequel to Castlevania Dracula X, where you play as Richter and Maria features in the game. They're quite a bit younger. I think it takes place like 5 or 6 years before Castlevania Symphony of the Night does. magic is one of the better ways to get through here. Yeah, I didn't think I could get there without the double jump. Although we can get up this way, I think. Got the goggles. Let's see if those are better than our leather hat. They are not. Although they do increase our intelligence quite a bit for the cost of only 1 defense. I'm going to use that because we will be relying on magic a little bit more, since I'm not really trying to, you know, get the top gear and grind up levels and stuff. Svartson says, did you play the Saturn version of this game? I have played the Saturn version once or twice. I like it. It's, other than the, when I played it, I had some weird performance issues. I don't know if that was just the emulator that I was using at the time. That was years ago. But I do like that it adds, you know, it adds a playable Maria. It adds a new location. And the music is just really great on the Saturn version. Not that the music's not great on PlayStation version either. It's another fun little secret in Castlevania. You come to this confession booth, and depending on different things happen, you see sort of like a purple zombie priest comes in, and that's actually a trap. Every time you come in, something different will happen. So this priest, he comes through and listens to your confession. You can actually go around to the other side and sit in the priest booth, and a ghostly woman comes in and makes her confession. She fades away. And just like the trapped priest, there is a trap on the woman who tries to impale you with a spear. And those are the 4 options that show up in the confession booth. Doesn't actually do much, but it's just one of those little details that I love in this game. There's lots of little secrets hidden in different places. These crows always give me trouble. Just like that. Gained a level. And get that life max up. Got the silver plate. See if that is an upgrade. It is a nice upgrade to our defense, and there are no Medusa heads in this area, so we are good to go to replace that for a while. That bone halberd does a lot of damage. And now we go into our next boss fight against the Hippogriff. Which is overall not a very difficult fight. You can pretty much just duck and keep hitting it. And that is the end of the Hippogriff.
Impressive. You're very strong.
What is it you want? You didn't come here to tell me that.
You're right. Do you know the name Richter Belmont?
Of the Belmont clan? Of course, but...
He disappeared about a year ago, and I'm sure he's here. If you see him, please let me know.
As you wish, my lady.
Thank you. So, you do know how to be a gentleman.
So the little sprite that you see in Alucard's thought bubble is actually the Trevor Belmont sprite from the Castlevania 3. What is it? Castlevania 3. Is it Dracula's Curse? God, what is the name of it? I'm blanking on it. Where you play as Trevor Belmont, and you can actually unlock additional other characters, one of which is Alucard. I feel like such a terrible Castlevania fan that I cannot remember the subtitle for Castlevania 3. Yeah, Dracula's Curse. Okay, I did get it right. I was relying purely on instinct there, but for some reason that didn't sound right to me. Got the cutlass, which is still not better than our jeweled knuckles at this point. Get down. Get down. Pixel. Get down. Thank you. You know you're not supposed to be up there. Alright, we are in the next section of the castle, and our goal here is to get the double jump, which will open up a lot of new areas for us. There are also quite a few health ups and heart max ups in this area as well. why I need to be using the D-pad instead of the joystick on my controller. Because for whatever reason, the joypad wants to make it trigger as if I'm pressing the up button, and that keeps wasting my sub weapons. Now we have our number 2. And our lovely wall turkey, which is the best kind of turkey there is, other than Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving turkey is probably a little bit better for you than turkey that has been rotting in the wall of a castle for centuries. And we found another teleporter. We're gonna go back into the entrance and do a quick little run through and collect a couple of items. There are a few locations that we can access that we couldn't access before. Ourselves a heart max up right there. Alright, pay attention, Wobble. This is actually not where I need to be going now that I think about it. Because I don't have the super jump yet. Oops. Oh well. Spartson, if you are still watching, I think you're a Castlevania fan. What are your top 3 Castlevania games? And that question goes out to anybody else who's watching as well. Spartson says Rondo of Blood, Symphony of the Night, and Portrait of Ruin. I really liked Portrait of Ruin. Portrait of Ruin is really good. That would be a fun one to stream at some point. I need to pick up the Dominus collection. It's got Portrait of Ruin, Aria of Sorrow, and Order of Ecclesia. I really need to pick that one up soon. Or is it Dawn of Sorrow? I can't remember. I always get those two mixed up. I can never remember which one came first. Let's see. Let's run through here. When you have the double jump, after you've done the second jump, I'll show it in a second once I get out of this little corridor here. After you've done the second jump, you can hold down and jump one more time and do a jump kick. And you can actually chain that, doing that on top of the enemies. It doesn't do much damage, but it can be a fun little tactic to do and just see how many times you can do it. The timing on it is slightly tricky. Somewhere there is probably like a speedrunner who tries to go the entire game just doing jump kicks. Alright folks, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get some more coffee, and I think I'm going to end up putting Pixel away for a little bit. She's getting into a little bit too much trouble, and I'm afraid she's going to end up knocking my monitor over. Really don't want that to happen. So we will be back in just a few minutes. If you are enjoying the stream, please make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. We will be right back. Alright, we are back. We're gonna run through this this little corridor down here. There's a couple of relics and a few other things that we can grab. Got a smart potion. And we got spirit orb. You can always tell when I swap over to the joypad because I keep hitting the sub weapon on accident. I think in my top 3 Castlevania games would be Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Simon's Quest. I really, really love that one. And it's really a toss-up between Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia. Order of Ecclesia feels different than some of the other ones. It's a lot harder. It's a lot more difficult starting off. You have a broader range of, you start off very weak and then you end up getting very strong. And you know, if I had one complaint about games like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it's that Symphony of the Night is just a little bit too easy. Particularly the bosses. Like, there are a lot of the bosses that you can just cheese really easily without even really trying. You know, like the Hippogriff that we fought earlier. You really just have to duck, and that's the only thing you have to do. There's not really anything else that that makes it more difficult. And Order of Ecclesia, the bosses in that one, you have a little bit more variance in their patterns, and you have to really think about what's happening. All right, we're gonna jump to the outer wall. Because there are some things we can unlock in the library and in other places around the outer wall. So only the yellow Medusa heads can turn you to stone. The other ones do not. Oh, no, that's not where I want to go. Wrong way. We'll go to the clock tower in a little while, but we're not going there yet. Take the elevator down. Express elevator. I should have found my pop filter on the break. I have no idea where the cat ran off with it. Y'all got quiet. I'm thinking everybody must have fallen asleep. Chat was booming earlier. Spartson says, yeah, Simon's Quest is a good game. I spent too many hours on Harmony of Despair multiplayer on PS3. I liked Harmony of Despair. That was a good one. I wish we could get more multiplayer Castlevania games like that. Not sure says, I'm awake, but barely. I feel that, man. Fleamen in the armor are always such a pain. Run against the bookcase there. You unlock a new area, and I think this is going to be our first upgrade from the Jewel Knuckles. We're going to go for the Holy Rod. The Holy Rod actually does a little bit less raw attack damage, but it is Holy Element, and Holy Element, an awful lot of enemies in the castle are... an awful lot of enemies in the castle are weak to holy, and so overall you end up doing a little bit more damage. Plus, if you do back and forward and attack, you do this larger burst of holy damage that is really great for hitting tricky enemies like these guys. And that special ability does not take any MP, so it's a really great upgrade. I really love the Holy Rod. It's one of my favorite weapons in this game. And in fact, I think Spartan, didn't you ask me that earlier in chat what my favorite weapons were? And I don't know if I answered you, because at the time chat was going really, really fast, and I think I might have missed it. So normally if you are fighting this guy, you want to get... If you're trying to go for like a full bestiary run... Oh, dang it, I got cursed. Do I have any uncurses? Yeah, I do. If you're going for a full bestiary run, there is the Mudman enemy that this guy summons. And he's not summoning it right now. Eventually he will. There he goes. He summons this guy, the Mudman, which is... This is the only place that you can get the Mudman. It does not spawn naturally in the world. You do fight some of these lesser demons again later on in the second castle of the game. So you can get it later on, but it's just easier if you go ahead and get it during this boss fight. There's actually one more treasure in that room after the boss, but unfortunately we cannot access it yet because we don't have the mist transformation. Spidey says, back and feeling refreshed. Welcome back. We just defeated the lesser demon. And I was showing off the Mudman enemy that you can only get from the lesser demons. That nerd Kayla, hello, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? I'm gonna see if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can. There we go. So this area right here is a little tricky to get to if you don't have flight or you don't have the bat transformation. But if you do a jump on top of the enemy, you can actually access it a little bit early. And the cool thing is, it gives us access to our first familiar, which is the fairy. The fairy will automatically use potions from your inventory whenever you are hurt. She'll also use a couple of items to cure you of different status effects. So all in all, she's a very helpful familiar. And if you do that little jump trick where you do the jump kick on top of one of these books, you can actually access it just a little bit earlier than normal. Yes, Spidey mentions that she can also detect hidden areas. She is one of 2 familiars in this version of the game that can do that. Kayla says, tired, work sucks. Are you still working at Sam's? I think you had told me that last time I talked to you. I like the little animation of the mouse under the roof right there. Just one more of those wonderful little details that this game adds. All right, where do we need to go next? Let's head back up, and we're going to take it into the clock tower. Actually, no, we're not going to go to the clock tower. We're going to go to Orlox's room. That's where we need to go. Nope, I need that. Gotta have the clock. Come on. Those flowers are actually weak against slash, so the holy rod is not actually the best weapon against them. I love the little detail of the eye in the background, the floating eye peering in through the windows at you. Kayla, what games have you been playing lately? Anything interesting? Oh yeah, we can go down to the underground waterway. There's actually a lot of things that we can unlock through here. The underground caverns first, though. Got the bandana, which is probably not an upgrade over the stone mask. No, it is actually a downgrade because it decreases our intelligence. Got another life max up. Get our shiitake mushroom. Honestly, this is not the area where we need to be. We really should go through Orlox's chambers so that we can get to the catacombs so that we can get the mist transformation. But I don't know. I like the underground waterway. I think it's one of my favorite zones in the castle. Because you have this absolutely gorgeous waterfall. We do have to be a little bit careful here in the waterway at this point because we do not have the relic that allows us to stand in water without taking damage. Our cursed vampire blood takes damage from water, apparently. Get us another life max up. Alright, we're gonna circle back and make our way to Orlox's orders. Orlocks. I can't remember. It's Olrox in this one. But in the film Nosferatu, the vampire is Count Orlok. And Count Olrox in this game is based on Count Orlok from the film Nosferatu. And he is just he's just another vampire that hangs out with Drac for some reason. He's sort of like Dracula's freeloading roommate. He's just kind of couch surfing, you know. Mid-century vampire crisis. Trying to figure things out. We got another night shield off of that guy. We'll save here, and then we will head on to Olrox's quarters. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up this area on the right, which gives us access to a couple more items. Heart max up, the a la carte shield, and the a la carte sword and mail. We're not going to equip those because they actually suck. However, there is a little bit of a secret to them in that if you equip all three of them, you get a bonus to your luck. And that makes it quite a bit easier if you're trying to 100% the game, because you can, it increases the rate at which enemies drop items. So you have a better chance of getting rare items from enemies if you have a higher luck. It also increases your critical hit chance, and I think it actually increases the damage you do with critical hits as well. All right, and we have made it to the Colosseum. And that right there is the form of mist that we need to be able to get through those bars and through the bars and other places in the castle. So we gotta find our way over there and get what we need. Where the plot thickens, yes. I don't think I can actually get up there yet. I hate these guys. I'm terrible at dodging their attacks. So if we go to the right, that's the boss fight and the mist that we need right there. But we are going to actually run back here for the moment. That unlocks the pathway to the chapel. And let's see, not that one. That way leads danger. This way leads to a save point. And that is what we want right there. We're gonna grab the shield rod. Which is a nice little upgrade over our holy rod. Does a little bit more damage and unlocks some really great combination abilities with the various shields in the game. Of course, at the moment, we only have the leather shield and the knight shield, which are not the greatest. They give some stat boost. I think the leather shield gives a stat boost. We'll test it out. I haven't used the leather shield in ages with the knight shield. Or with the, what you call it, the shield rod. Let's see. Yeah, you get the cow, and that gives you defense up. And we'll try the a la carte shield. Does a question mark. That's all you get. The only problem with the shield rod is it is fairly slow as a weapon. It doesn't do a great attack speed. I might actually swap back to the holy rod until we get a somewhat better shield to pair with it. It does almost half the damage, but it is quite a bit faster, so. Got the blood cloak, which is an upgrade over our cloth cloak. The blood cloak actually converts damage into hearts, which is really nice. Really, really helpful for using the various sub-weapons that we pick up over time. This is a nice little corridor to get some cash and just kind of get a little bit of experience, just because these guys are fairly easy to deal with. I say, until they start doing that. But they have a chance to drop bags of 400 gold each, which is really nice when you are saving up for things in the library. And we will be going back to the library very soon. There's another save point. And we have made a loop. So we're gonna run back through here and go the other direction now and go fight these bosses. Spidey says the music here is weird. Sounds like I'm on a night out at a jazz club in the 80s. I love it. It's such a weird vibe for a Castlevania game, but it's such a fun. It's just a fun track. All right. Get the library card.
Who are you? Open hell's gate. Come forth, my servants. The scent of your blood. You're a Belmont. Crush this flea who invades my castle.
Fairly easy fight as long as you take them one at a time. Although
I'm certain that was a Belmont. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
if you are not careful, the werewolf and the minotaur can kind of pinch you and catch you on different sides, and then you can be in trouble. No! Dang it. Oh, dang it. I can't believe I did that. Alright. I missed the jump. If you can get it to drop, these chicks actually drop the rapier, which is a pretty good weapon at this point in the game. There we go. Form of Mist. Alright, we are going to use our library card. You should get your library card, kids, because it allows you to teleport. Wouldn't that be nice? I want a card that lets me teleport to a library. I think that would be a lot of fun.
What can I do for you?
Let's sell a whole bunch of gems.
Thank you.
And see what we can
I'm
buy.
interested in this.
We actually have unlocked quite a bit. We do not have any accessories at this point. So I think we're going to go ahead and buy the gauntlet.
Thank you.
And we'll buy the Ring of Tails as well. The reverse cloak is not really that much of a difference from what we're using. It does have slightly better luck. So we're going to skip that one. Iron Cuirass is less than what we've got. There are a couple of swords, but we can't afford them. And nothing is really better than our
Thank you.
than our Holy Rod at the moment. So I'm going to buy another library card, and then I think we'll just kind of stock up on a couple of important items. We're going to grab a couple of the hammers, because we will be going through the clock tower fairly soon.
Thank you.
And the clock tower has lots of enemies that can stone us, and we don't want to deal with that. And our little fairy familiar can help us out.
Farewell for now. What can
you can
I do for
actually
you?
I'm interested in this.
buy tactics for various bosses, but only the ones that you've beaten. So I guess like if you want to learn how to fight the bosses better, you can do that. There's the
I'm
enemy
interested
list,
in this.
gives you selection of all the enemies in the game and shows you what their drops are. And of course the sound test, where you can play
Farewell for
different
now.
sounds from the game. We're going to run back here where we fought the lesser demon, and we'll be able to access what is behind the grate where we fought him. I see my viewer count on this stream is going up a little bit, so... Oh, that's right. No, these guys dropped the rapier. The little hidden invisible girls with the rapiers, they actually drop Werebane. But I see that my viewer count is increasing a little bit, so welcome in new viewers. Don't forget to say hi in the chat if you feel like it. And if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You have to be right up against the grate to make it work. And we have the soul of the bat, which allows us to turn into a bat. And now we have full reign of the castle. We can get anywhere that we want to. Which is nice. I like the little detail that the color of the bat's wings are related to the color of the cloak that you're wearing. So I think for our goal for this evening, we're already at about 2 hours into this stream. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make our way through the clock tower, and then we are going to face off against Richter in the throne. We will beat Richter and get the bad ending of the game, but it is sort of the first break point of what you can do. There's a whole other section of the game where you unlock a second castle, and eventually you face off against Dracula. But in the interest of time, we're not going to do that tonight. We're just going to smack Richter in the face with our weapons a couple times and end the stream there. But first, we have to get to the clock tower, which has by far the best music in the entire game. Let's go save up here before we do that. Unlock the Fire of Bat, which means that in bat form we can shoot fireballs. Pretty nifty. Although I can't say that I've ever found it. To be super useful. Occasionally, like you run into an instance where it's something that is helpful, but Ice Mail, Shaman Shield. Let's try. Ice Mail is an upgrade. Oh, I forgot. We need to equip our new items that we got. I want to try the Shaman Shield and the Shield Rod, because I don't remember what that one does. It gives us intelligence up. If I was smart, I would equip the Mirror Cuirass right here. But you know what? You only live once, so. Oh yeah, I forgot I still had that. That actually makes getting through here quite a bit easier.
About this wall.
Yeah, I already knew about it. That's what Spidey was mentioning, though, where the fairy will find hidden walls for you. Alright, we got the life max up. And I think there's a heart max up on the other side. Yeah. There is. which does a little bit less defense, but it does slowly heal you over time. Another really easy to cheese boss because he has such a big stun animation. You just have to hit him. He gets stuck up against the wall and he doesn't do anything. Easy peasy. And that brings us back to the Castle Keep. Swapped over to the Falchion for that because Richter, who we will fight in just a minute, is immune to holy damage. So if we tried to fight him with our Holy Rod, we would not do very well. Grab the life max up, and the heart max up, and the other heart max up, and the other life max up. And the ghost card. I'm going to stick with the fairy though, because hopefully if we take too much damage on Richter, she will be able to heal us. Alright, so we are going to go with our highest defense equipment. That means we're going to go with the Ice Mail. We got our Blood Cloak, Gauntlet, Ring of Pails, Stone Mask, Shaman Shield, and the Falchion, which is the Norman Curved Sword. Just like in the prologue, we can unlock a nice little secret area here. We don't want the Holy Cross because, like I said earlier, Richter is immune to holy damage. Dancer says, remember to hit that like button. Yes, please do. So we are going to definitely want our Resist Holy. And we're going to go ahead and grab our... Where is it at? Neutron Bomb. Just to start things off right.
I've been waiting for you.
So it is you. But why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula?
Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity.
I guess he guards against most of the sub-weapons. Thank you, Fairy. Aha! Got him.
Magnificent! But now feel my unbridled wrath.
Oh, wait. I forgot about that. Thankfully, we have the holy. Resist holy on us. Spidey says I'm off to do my own stream. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us, Spidey. Have a good one. Dang it. He's tough. Let's see what we can grab here that's going to heal us up a little bit. I don't know if I can get away from him enough to do it. Alright, thank you, Fairy. Let's go with Jewel Knuckles. See, our holy has run out. Our resist holy has run out. And things are not looking great. Temporarily raises defense. Let's grab that. My shield, there it is. Nope, that's not the one I want. Where's my shaman shield? Got it.
It's over, Belmont.
So the war between humans and vampires finally ends here.
The funny thing is, the
What
fight
need
against
for the
Richter is
shepherd
actually a
when the
harder
wolves
fight
have all
than the
gone?
final battle
My
against
time
Dracula.
on this world has come
The final
to
battle
an
against
end.
Dracula is actually not that difficult. But Richter keeps you on your toes because he has a lot of abilities that just hit the whole screen. And if you're not careful, they will just take care of you. Castle dissolves away, but unfortunately this is not the true Castlevania, because Dracula still lies in his other castle. We have not defeated him. But you know what, we beat the crap out of a Belmont, and that's a good day's work sometimes.
Mankind continues to fight, but it is a desperate fight to stay alive. I suppose that he chose a life of warfare, since that was the only way he knew. Like you, Father, he chose a path of destruction. Farewell, land of my birth. Never again will these eyes gaze upon your beauty.
Trial Fan says I nodded off, but evidently it was during Wobble's break. I also dreamt I was watching a Wobble stream. I don't think I get view time for dream streams, so not so sure about that. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. This was a lot of fun. Thank you to Trial Fan for recommending that we play this tonight. It was a really fun time. I really love this game. We did not make it to the second castle. Maybe we'll do that in a future stream. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. My next stream will be on Wednesday. I don't know at this point what we'll be doing. We will probably be in Minecraft. I think by then I should have my mod pack where I want it. I'm going to make a couple more tweaks tomorrow to it. And so I think we will start playing in my new Minecraft Forever world on Wednesday. If for some reason something goes wrong with that, we'll probably be back in Slime Rancher trying to do some more progress there. But that next stream will be on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure that you guys keep up with the Discord. That is where I post all my updates as far as what's going on in my life and any changes to the stream schedule. Again, put your recommendations in Discord for what we're going to play for our next movie night later this month. We'll be watching a film from the 1980s, 1990s, or earlier. I'm going to go grab some dinner, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and I will see you guys later.